4 months have passed and we are still counting since the government instituted COVID-19 restrictions that saw businesses close doors for clients. Bars are among the most affected businesses as they continue to close despite partial lifting of some coronavirus control measures. Some bars have since turned into restaurants as owners seek to make ends meet, while many other bars are still closed, hoping for a change in the stance of authorities in the near future. Sometimes we open and get one customer who buys and takes home. It is also possible not to get a single customer in a day. Yet we have to pay rent at the end of the month. We are making losses. Our wish is that authorities put in place measures to adhere to, just like those to be implemented in churches, but allow us to open our businesses. We've been greatly devastated, but things are slowly turning back to normal. A part of our business is not working, and that has affected the loan repayment plan, but we have applied for loan restructuring. Our wish is to resume business normally, and we are ready to adhere to COVID-19 restrictions. There is big space that allows us to implement social distancing guidelines. If we are allowed to reopen, we surely need to get back into business and earn something. Bar owners, breweries and distilleries told us that they have been counting losses during this difficult period when the country and the world has been grappling with COVID-19. From failure to repay bank loans to being unable to pay rent, these businesses are among the most hit in the hospitality industry. Some breweries and distilleries have been forced to cut operations by 25 to 50% during COVID-19 restrictions. All over the country and the world, the purchasing power has declined. Secondly, the biggest market for our goods are bars, and they are still closed. We are now operating at 75%, and that has affected our revenues. We generate about 70% of what we were expecting this year. There has been a decrease of about 25% in our expected returns. There's been a 50% reduction in production here in Ingufu Gin, which has been a huge setback because bars are closed. This will affect us as businesses, but also cut down on the taxes we pay to the government, especially income tax, which has reduced significantly. Despite the challenges, health professionals are not convinced about the possibility of observing COVID-19 control measures in bars, as explained by Dr. Saben Sanzimana, the Director General of Rwanda Biomedical Center. Some of the reasons bars are still closed are pretty much obvious. It is difficult to observe social distancing in bars due to the nature of the business. Being in an enclosed area is another issue, which requires us to be careful on lifting restrictions in some sectors. Some of the activities which are still restricted to public have a 90% possibility of spreading the virus. In June this year, the government rolled out COVID-19 Economic Recovery Fund intended to support businesses that have been most affected by coronavirus outbreak by a scale of 50%. From the inception, the fund was allocated 100 billion Rwandan francs, where hospitality sector will take 50% of the fund, and the other part will be shared among other industries. Reporting for RwandaTV News, Ethan Tashobia.